Hello, everybody. So, yesterday we did a reading of the chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita, that is the way of love. So, today I'm going to be reading the 13th chapter, the field and the knower of the field. But before that, I would love to, highlight that the importance of this book, Bhagavad Gita, is so profound because we all are on our separate journeys and having our separate experiences in separate phases of our lives. But in whichever phase that you leave, your time towards reading this beautiful scripture, you actually get a lot of insights into your own life and self-reflection and understanding of one's spiritual journey could also be known from the very chapters of this book. And the best part about this Gita, when I had not heard it, was that whenever you read it, no matter how many times, no matter every time, the lessons that you get from this is different. So these are my current lessons, and also understanding that how I was on the 12th chapter, and that made me actually go online and record a video and share these learnings is also a significant juncture in my own personal life. But if I were to go ahead and talk about the word love, or the way of love. So just to set some context, chapter 12 comes after the chapter 11, which is the cosmic vision. Now Arjuna and Krishna are both on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, wherein Arjuna, the greatest of great warrior, has actually let go of his weapons, surrenders, and says that instead of killing all my teachers, all my elders, all the respected brothers, I would rather renunciate and go to the forest. The talk after that Krishna has with Arjuna, which made him fight the war with valiance and understand the values within, the purpose of dharma, and how to fight against adharma and the value of karma within it. Now, as the talk progresses between Krishna and Arjuna, in the 11th chapter, Krishna actually shows Arjuna his own divine form, gives him the spiritual divine eyes to see it. And after this chapter, Arjuna is seen a little scared, even in the sense of pure surrenderance towards Krishna. And after that, the 12th chapter comes in, where the way of love, that Krishna actually dispels the way to know him, the way to reach a better way of our own growth, our own spiritual enlightenment, or the journey towards it. So, in the way of love, I could see similar patterns with Carl Jung, where the superconsciousness was made aware of, and the abandonment of the self. And in the first half of the chapter is the pretext to what Eknath Easwaran is describing the scene as, and drawing some conclusions from other philosophies. And in the part two of the reading is the actual conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, and how Krishna, in his own divine form, explains to Arjuna that the one who knows me sees me in every living being and creature. Now, the way of love and surrenderance and devotion, like all these three things, if I look at the modern society today, it comes off as a challenge to us. It comes off as something that is generally tended towards romantic sense of love, or sense of love towards a child. But what is love? I feel that there are more than 300 religions, 9 billion people on this planet, and if you go and ask all of them, they might have their own subjective views about this very simple yet very effective, yet the truth of this universe, four-letter word, love. So I like how when in the Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 12, how Krishna mentions that, if you do not have like love for the, like, he says that love could be also thought of as in like a bridegroom, or love God as as one's own child, or even as one's own mischievous child. So the quality of love has not been marred by any sort of negative connotation to it, but a pure sense of devotion, a pure sense of forgetting about oneself, and like true surrenderance. That even in our prayers, that we could embody while making sure that we feel that connection with God, and if God is love, and in the 13th chapter of the Gita as well, where we're going to actually learn about the field and the knower of the field would put more emphasis on how this attribute could actually be used for our own spiritual progression. But if I were to say that what Krishna is meaning by the way of love is essentially how, by embracing a being of love within, we could attune ourselves to see what we do not see. I guess, just like in the chapter karma, and what we understand about karma is that we have our own actions, which we call karma. This is the most accepted faculty that we understand about this word. However, even in my own learnings throughout this book, I understand that karma is not at all about the action, but about the actor, but about the person who is doing that karma. So even if you look at the context of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna is having to slay his own family members, his own gurus, and because at the end of the day, Krishna says to him that it is not the karma, but the actor. So something within him, which we will study in the war within the first chapter of Gita, would actually lay more emphasis on this. And just to give you some additional insights onto, uh, you know, uh, learning more about this aspect of love. So, just yesterday I saw this lightning podcast on love and religion, and one of the great he's a poetic rabbi. He mentioned that how love is often like sleep, like you have to make an effort to put yourself in a situation to sleep, right? But the sleep comes on its own accord, and there is this sense of surrenderance. So, a few words just to encompass the last bit of this video. Love, devotion, surrenderance, and letting go of, one's ego. So I guess even in like Kriya Yoga or all the yogas that we learn, yoga means union. So I guess Krishna is telling us that for the union to occur, what are the qualities of the devotee that one must have to receive the true knowledge. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm going to open up my comment section to hear from your interpretations or learnings or journey throughout this book. If you're reading one or any curiosities that come into your mind, I'd be happy to engage meaningfully. So thank you so much and have a great rest of the day.